Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are in the world today, I hope that you are doing great. Hope that all is pleasant with you. And most importantly, my friends, I hope that you are in good health. Once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. On this channel, my friends, we get to talk about those things that people know, that people have thought about, but don't often have the time to discuss. These, my friends, are the things we discuss here on the Common Sense channel. So once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. I want to begin this video by saying my heartfelt sympathy to the family of the fallen soldiers in this senseless war in the so-called Middle East. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to all those people that love these individuals, that cares about them, that cherish them, that are related to them one way or the other. My sympathy goes to you. I also pray that their soul rest in peace wherever they are. I pray that the Almighty make the journey safe. It's a sad situation. It's a situation that should have never happened. And I pray that the Almighty, the ancestors, console the families, especially in this time of difficulties, in this time of immense grief. May you find peace. May you find consolation. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm not emotional or sentimental or anything like that, but just thinking about the faces that I saw, especially the 19 years old and even the 25 years old. I mean, you can see life in that. You can see hope. You can see a person that had so much potential to do so many great things for this country, and their life just taken. My sympathy also goes to all of the victims of this senseless war, unnecessary war, for those in Iran and these servicemen that were killed this week. All of the victims, all of the innocent people, my heart goes out to all of your families. May the Almighty and the ancestors grant them a safe passage into the afterlife. Yes, this is sad. This is sad. This is the thing that I talk about when I come on my channel. Whenever I'm on my channel, this is what I talk about. Some of these, people join the army, the Marine. People join these institutions to serve their country. Some people join for many other reasons. Some people just want to travel the world, see other places, learn about other culture, serve the country that way. Some people join too because it's part of their family tradition. Some people join because of disciplinary. They want to be They just want to follow certain rules. So people join the military for many different reasons. But I don't think they join to die like this. It's sad. It's very sad. But I hope that the president, Mr. Trump, can look at this situation, the death of these young men and women, and maybe many others. I heard there are wounded people too. And I hope that the situation does not become critical to a point where they die. I hope that they're able to recover from whatever wounds that they sustained from. We all saw the bomb dropping on them. I hope that they can recover too, that they can heal. And I also hope that the president can use this situation as a point of contact to walk away from that place. That place, so-called Middle East, or AKA the Strait of Hormuz. I don't think you should go over there, Mr. Trump. I think it was 2 months ago when Iran put a bounty on the heads of any American troops in that part of the world. Yes. And that place is not safe for our troops. I know people that are in the military right now. I know a lot of people that are young boys that have joined the military very enthusiastically to serve. And I don't know if that was them, how I would feel. So I can just feel the pain and the anguish and everything going through those parents, hearing the news of their loved ones, whether they're dead or injured or something terrible happened to them. It's not a good news. And I think these people are sitting ducks. And I think no one wants them there. Not even the people of that region wants them there. I mean, you can see there are videos. I think I saw 1 or 2 videos where when those bombs were dropping in Jordan or one of those countries in the Middle East, there were people celebrating that. There were people celebrating these bombs dropping without even knowing the effect. So I think, Mr. Trump, the best you can do for our men and women in serving in the military, especially those who are stationed in this country, whether Saudi Arabia or Bahrain or Kuwait or Yemen, not Yemeni, Jordan, wherever they are, Qatar, just bring them home, please. Bring them home. They belongs here. They belongs to America. America is the country that they must defend. And each of us that have shared or swore an oath to defend this country, this is what we must defend, this country. What are we doing down there? What are they doing down there? America is maybe 4,000 miles or 5,000 miles away from that place. That's not the United States. There's no reason why America should be down there for no reason. So far, we don't know why we are there, because all of the reasons Trump has said that we are there has nothing to do with the American people. I'm not even going to mention democracy. Are we spreading democracy down there? What is democracy to Americans? It's not the same meaning to people in that region anyway. Saudi Arabia does not practice democracy. Kuwait does not practice democracy. Bahrain does not practice democracy. None of those Arabian countries practice democracy anyway. You understand? Not even going to say Israel. None of them. So what are we there for? I hope, again, I've always come on my channel. I'm feeling sad, but I just want to do this video because I have to. Because I don't like to see people die. I don't like to see the life of anyone taken away, because life is precious and it's not expendable. We should not put our men and women in harm's way for nothing, especially when there has been bounty put on them. America do not have friends in our region. Any person, any bystander, a person that don't want America in our region and has information on their locations can easily give that information to anyone who wants to destroy our men and women. And I think that's exactly what happened to them. It's sad. It's really sad. And I hope that the president again, because all of this thing lies with President Trump, he can end this situation now. And I don't think it's going to make you weak, sir. I don't. I don't think it's going to take an ounce away from who you are if you can just call it out. That's the most you can do. But if you're not planning on doing that, please, please bring our troops home. None of them should die again. None. By the way, I don't even believe that number. I think that number is higher, because we saw the bombs that dropped in those places. We saw. There's no way 2 or 3 or 4 of them. I think that number is higher. And I know those families are grieving today. They are grieving, and it's sad. So I heard Mr. Trump put out a message saying that he is going to make sure that Iran pays for those service members that were murdered. They were murdered. They were sitting ducks. It should have never happened. There should have never been a scenario where they are put in a situation to be a sitting duck. That should have never happened. And I hope that all the people that are working in your administration, Mr. Trump, I hope they can sit down and reason with you. And I hope that they can reason with you in a way that you do not use emotion or even use the situation to escalate further. I hope. I've never said this on my channel, but the ancestor has been putting this on my mind. And I think I must say it because I always come here and try to advise the president. I know the video that I did talking to him before the speech on Thursday, last week, Thursday. I didn't see that, but it was hidden. The message was hidden. So it wasn't like clear as day, but it was hidden in all of the things he was talking about, all the scapegoats and all that stuff in there. We know where all of that stuff is going. We're not ready for none of these dramas. So I'm only doing this video because I want to give a message. And I think this is where all of this is going. As I've said on numerous videos, the war in Ukraine between Russia and Ukraine is directly connected to the war between Trump, Israel, and Iran. And those enemies, those open wounds that were opened up in Ukraine are lurking and waiting for America to put the troops on the ground in Iran. I think Trump knows this, and that's the reason why he's walking slowly with all of the things he's doing, especially the war of attrition, because all of that stuff is war of attrition. But the reason why I think it might escalate is because Iran is not seeing it as that. Because so far they've lost over 17,000 dead in their country. The news don't talk about this. That's a lot of human beings. That's a lot of families that are mourning their loved ones. And that, my friend, any country that has to go through that kind of losses will never be happy, will never be the same. And I hope Trump is not seeing this whole situation as a joke, because those people are not seeing it as that. And this whole situation has taken a new face. The best you can do, Mr. Trump, is not to escalate this. And the reasons are simple. Russia is very vindictive. Russia is waiting for America, Trump. Russia is waiting for you to escalate this situation. I hope you don't use the innocent, the dead, the servicemen and women that was on life. Hope you don't use that as a pretext to go into Iran with troops, because here's what Russia would do. This is what the ancestor has told me, that the moment you do that, Russia would escalate that war in Ukraine, maybe 5.0, and then it'll get to a point where you have no choice but to either intervene or abandon Ukraine. And that's all they're looking for. So that would be a chance for them to win. Russia is looking for a way to win in Ukraine. But right now, Trump understands that, and that's the reason why Trump is walking this. He don't know, he don't want to escalate, but he don't want to de-escalate. So, but they are bleeding. When I say Iran is bleeding, they are bleeding so bad. And at this point, they are saying to themselves, we have nothing to lose. So we either go all in or we just sit by. There are people in that country, Iran, that are angry for revenge, especially when they see their country being bombed, destroyed unnecessarily. They want revenge. So Mr. Trump, if you didn't know, you are in a war, a real war. It's not fake. And I hope, again, don't believe in hope, because hope is something that someone gives to you. I believe in dream because it's personal. But I hope that you can think about this situation and say no to more escalation. While you make that decision, I want you to take our troops out of that place. Remove them out of that place. America has no friends in that region right now. And I don't think it's safe for our men and women to be in that place. It's not safe. And I hope that all the people that are with you stop listening to those people, those voices that are calling for war and escalation. It's not going to go nowhere. Because the more you escalate, the more these people escalate. Iran. Now they are more unified. They are more unified, and they know that if they see something that they think they can win, an escalation will make that rapid. And Ukraine, both of these two wars, these two fronts, can be ended at the same time if Trump escalate this whole situation. Both wars can be ended, because that's the only way Russia is going to win. Because that whole situation in Ukraine, maybe Europe does not have the kind of capacity to sustain that war. The only country that does is America. Yeah. So I just hope that Trump is listening to himself, not listening to all these voices. Because I think Trump has a common sense. I think it looks like something is pushing him. It's not him. It's not Trump. I don't think it's Trump. Yeah. But that's the situation we're in right now. And it's not a good place to be. It's not a place you want to be, because it's going to make you look weak. And that's true. Anytime Trump says something and he renege on it, it makes him look weak. And anytime he says too many words and he never complete them, it makes you look weak. And this situation that happened in Jordan, it shows that Iran can do some serious damage if there's a full-scale war now. Yeah. And I think that's the reality. And your enemies, remember the old enemies in Ukraine? They are waiting. They're going to fight you asymmetrically or by proxy right in Iran. And I think that's what has emboldened Iran now. And it's not one enemies. It's more than one. And right now they're testing their technology. One of the key factor in all of this is North Korea. No one knows North Korea's secret weapons. They have things that maybe none of you have seen. They have technology that the world, because the whole country is secret. So that place will be a testing ground. Yes. That's the reason why war of attrition is not good. Because you hit the person real hard and then you go, so let's talk. The more you're buying time, it's not just you getting ready. They're also getting ready. And people, they are calibrating everything. They're checking all they're looking at the mistakes. They're re-strategizing. Now, you see, because first when they started hitting these bases in that part of the world in the Middle East, it wasn't as strategic as they are now. Because you buy time. So you buy time, they give them enough time to plan. So the best you can do, if you ask me, I say, walk away from it. Walk away, sir. It's not going to make you any weak. The American people don't want this war. And therefore, it would be the prudent thing to do is to walk away. That way, it puts you in a safe place. And then that way you can focus on the original plan, which was making America great. You know, taking care of the needs of this country, taking care of the veterans, taking care of the disabled veterans, taking care of the sick, taking care of the poor. This is the role. I'm not going to say it's the role of the government, but the government has a role in it. But yeah, it's a sad situation, and my heart goes out to the families again, and I hope and pray that the Almighty can console you, especially in this time of grief. And I pray that the Almighty can grant this young soul a safe passage. May their soul rest in peace. And even the wounded, those who are wounded laying in the hospitals, wherever in this world, I pray for a speedy recovery and Godspeed. And all the innocent victims of this senseless situation, senseless war, because it doesn't make no sense. I know Trump has said why he's fighting in the Strait of Hormuz, but when you listen to what he says, don't make no sense at all. Don't make no sense. He's not fighting for democracy, that's for sure, because none of those countries in that region are a democratic country anymore. They want to say they are, but like we know the history of those countries, none of them are. Is he fighting for oil? Like he said a lot. Some is so blatantly honest that he tell you what he's fighting for. We're gonna go take the oil. Like, it sounds like Waterworld. You know, people are fighting for resource like in 2026. And because of that, lives. You mean to tell me that oil is so important than the life of an American? Is that what you're trying to say? That you're willing to risk the life of an American for oil? I hope not. But yeah, if Trump escalates the situation, Russia wins in Ukraine. And if Trump walks away, Russia, if you watch Putin, he's not saying anything. Putin is just waiting for America to put a truce on the ground. And it's not just Putin. There are many of them. Yeah, that area is not a good place, Mr. President. It's not a good place. Enemies are all over. And I wouldn't want to see what I saw, the ancestor revealed to me, happen to any of our men and women. Please, please, get them out of that. That's why I come here all the time and talk to you. I know you don't listen to people like myself because we're nobody. But yeah, come here and talk about this. You know, it's not just America, it's the people of this country. Some of those boys, they just wanted to serve. Girls, they just wanted to serve their country, not to be put in that kind of situation. So please, sir, bring them home. take them out of that place into a better, safe place. And if Saudi Arabia cares about the Strait of Hormuz, if Kuwait cares about the place of Hormuz, Oman, um, Bahrain, if they care about that Strait of Hormuz, they'll figure out a way to make it work for them. You know, America is 4,000 or 5,000 miles away. We don't have to deal with that stuff. I mean, except if you think you're the world police, you know, and I think those days are gone. Yeah, they're gone. Just let it go. Whoever think that place is important to them, let them fight for it. They have enough troops. Saudi Arabia has money. You said they're rich. They can hire a soldier of fortune and they go fight their fight for them. But please, get out of that place. Please, don't escalate this, because the people who is going to win is not you, Mr. Trump. The Russians are going to win. The North Koreans, especially the North Koreans. The Chinese are going to win. And there are enemies in the dark in all of this stuff that are going to win too. There are many other factors, characters that are going to win. It's not going to be America. I don't think whatever is happening over there is going to weaken this country. I don't think so. But at least if there's peace over there, if all of that stuff is over, people can go back to putting their lives together again. So just call it off. Israel has their own little place they can be there. But that place is never going to be the same. And whoever think they want to fight beyond that, let them go fight. Just stay out of that stuff. Please stay out of that stuff. Stay out of the situation. Stay out of the business. Just take our troops out of there, please. And I just want to say once again before I end this video, my heart and condolences goes out to the family of the deceased, the fallen soldiers. Pray that the Almighty can console them, and I pray that the ancestors can console them as well. And for those who are wounded in hospitals across the globe from that incident, I pray for a speedy recovery from the injury that you sustained from that madness. And I pray for the victims also in all of these places, Iran, Jordan, wherever. One thing I want to say, which is something that we don't see. Imagine if those bombs were dropping on the citizens of those countries that our troops are stationed in. How long do you think it's going to take this war to end? I think it will be ended soon, because those citizens are going to take to the street and they are going to be demanding that the government put an end to whatever is happening. But to see these people cheering when these bombs are dropping on those bases, it's not a good sign. And I think for that, Trump should remove our troops out of that place. I think it would be the best thing, the best decision that you can ever make than escalating to another level. Please don't do that. I want to thank all those people that watch my videos. I want to thank all those that continue to subscribe to my channel. I pray that you are doing great. As I've often said, the greatest thing that could ever happen to anyone is not the day you were born, not the day you had your first child, the day you graduated from high school, college, that you became a lawyer, doctor, none of that. The greatest thing that could ever happen to anyone, my friends, is the day you discover yourself. Because from that moment on, everything, my friends, start to make sense to you. And I hope that the president in these few days can make positive decision. I pray that your ancestor also visit you and speak to you words of wisdom, so you can stop block all of these people, these warmongers, people who are telling you, do this, do that, do this, do that, so you don't go deeper into this. Yes, and that's what the ancestor revealed to me. Don't go into that. Don't allow this situation to make you. Someone may have pointed that location. Yeah, someone. There's no friend in that part of the world. No. They love your money, but that's about it. But yeah, the best you can do, get out, boys out. I want to say thanks to everyone that watched my video, those that subscribe to my channel, and especially those who share my videos. I want to say thanks to you, and I hope that you are doing great. And most importantly, my friends, hope that you are in good health. Have a pleasant day. Thank you.